all that noise, yeah.
Episode 8. All right. This is episode 84 of the 100 podcast, dude. It has been a while, and this is definitely probably one of the best people to bring in to come back with a bang. I brought in for the second time, Maxwell Shor, and probably one of the biggest baseball prospects to ever come out of the Valley, and just want to talk to him about like playing out in Portland this year, bro. Kind of surviving quarantine. And what was your team called even? What was it? Portland Pickles?
Portland Pickles, yeah.
Pickles? Oh my god,
Portland Pickles,
dude, that's
baby.
hilarious.
It was legit. It was definitely a really cool experience, like being out there. There was like, because of COVID, there was like 50 guys on the team, something like that. Like we had like 25 pitchers.
Jesus.
In the bullpen. Like it was insane. We had like a whole football roster out there. But it was really cool, like my first taste of like college baseball sorta.
Yeah.
And our coach was pretty intense, like he really wanted to win like every game, where summer ball sometimes is kind of like more lax, pretty chill, like just get your work in and get out.
Kind of work on your skills.
This guy was like, he was really good for me because he like pushed me. Like you couldn't take a day off with him, or else you weren't getting in the lineup. So it was like, he was awesome. Honestly, like we definitely like he got in my grill a few times when I would mess up, and it kind of kept me intact. But overall, like I played really well and made a lot of great memories, a lot of great friendships, and I'm happy that I got sent up there for sure.
Yeah, did your coach did he have like pro history? Did he work in the MLB at all?
I think he was a catcher, so he was like same position as me. So he was obviously like watching everything I was doing when I was in the game, critiquing me, all that stuff, and gave me a lot of really good pointers. I'm not really sure what level of baseball he made up to. I know he was a professional. I don't think he made the bigs or anything like that, or else I probably would have heard about it from him, because he was pretty vocal about, he's like, yeah, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, like, but he would also compliment you when you're doing something right.
Yeah.
He was honestly just a really good coach, like a really good guy. I know I can call him and like if I need some help with my swing or something like that, or like talking to people for me, he can always help me out. But yeah, I don't know. It was a good time.
What do you feel like you learned the most from that summer league? What did it give you?
I would say the biggest thing I learned from that summer league was probably, my buddy told me this, and his name is Eamon Lance. He plays Santa Clara. Shout out Eamon.
Eamon.
But he was one of the other catchers, right? And he told me, because I was having a rough go around, like I wasn't playing that well at a certain part of the summer. I think it was like towards the halfway mark of the summer. I just was like not hitting well. I was just slumping.
Yeah.
And my buddy told me, because I was so in my head, he was like, look, like it's your name that goes on the check at the end of the day. He was like, don't worry about what anybody else is saying to you. Nobody's going to remember what any outside source says about you. It's just like, hey, like your name's on the check. You're getting paid the amount of money that you earn. So go out there and earn your cash. And like every day I just like looked at it. I was like, you know what? I'm going to earn my stripe today. And I'm just going to go out and compete my ass off.
Yeah,
and like
just take care of your job.
Yeah, take care of my job and just do it to the best of my ability, whether it's like defensively or offensively. My other boy from Santa Clara, we called him Rick. His name was Connor Enriquez. He was
shout out, bro.
Yeah, shout out.
Check out the 100 podcast.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll send this to them 100%.
That's hilarious.
But he also told me just like always talked about grit and just being the grittiest player on the field. Just having that grit. So in my bio, I just have grit man now, because like everything I do, I just want to like be like tenacious and like have that grit and just drive and like take stuff seriously. Because at the end of the day, like you can go through life and just be lax about it and chill, but if you want to be the best, I mean,
you have to be different, man.
Somebody's got to get drafted first overall.
Somebody's got to be the best. Yeah,
somebody's got to be the best. Somebody's got to be number one. Might as well be me, I'm working hard anyway.
Yeah, man.
Just work a little bit harder.
That's what makes greatness, right? Greatness, you can't be like everybody else. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to practice. You got to go to practice, train before practice, wake up early.
Post-practice,
yeah, bro.
Like before practice, all that stuff. Yeah. Just having that grit, honestly. That's one of the biggest things I took away from that summer, is just competing, getting better every day, and just focusing on what you got to do and just do that the best you can.
Yeah, and what's crazy is there's a lot of, high majority of people do not have that. No. So if you push them to a certain level, they're done. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, because obviously, like, you played sports, you know how it is. Like, that competitiveness that you have, like, when you're playing, I feel like, for me, and maybe for you too, like, it helps me in, like, when I get into the real world, like, if I have to get a real job, not saying baseball is not a real job, but if I got to get a desk job, that interview process, like, I feel like I'm more mentally tough than the guy next to me.
Yeah, you're fine, right? You're
I'm just it's just another interview. Like, whatever,
Yes,
I'll ace this.
exactly.
Like, I already had that, like, self-confidence that, I mean, I've had eyes on me for the past, like, 4 years, like, since I, like, entered high school. So it's like, I've heard the good, the bad, and everything in between about me. And
Dude,
it's like,
exactly.
right now, I'm just at a point where...
What's one set of eyeballs on you?
Yeah, 100%.
When you're in an interview or something like that. You know,
yeah, I mean, I saw this quote where it's like, I mean, there's going to be like 5,000 people watching you and 2,000 faces. And 10,000 faces, because like everybody's like hella two-faced now.
Yeah, oh, I get it. Yeah,
super
so
two-faced.
Like,
that was a rap song I heard when I was working out.
Hey, they're gonna love you to
I think that was Big Sean. But yeah, what I'm just thinking right now, it's like I've heard so much stuff like great about me, just great compliments, and then I've heard like, man, like he sucks, and I'm at a point where I'm just like, dude, I go about every day, and if they love me, they love me. If they hate me, they hate me. But if I'm content with like how I'm doing and the amount of effort that I'm giving every day, I'm cool.
Yeah, bro. You don't have content. You don't even have to give the people what you are.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm not here to
they
please.
Can say whatever they can say whatever they want to say. And that's the problem. Is like you're gonna get more haters the better you are, right?
100%.
The more people understand, like, damn, I can never get to this guy's level. You know? The more
100%.
Like, I'm not doing that work. I'm not doing that. I would have never went to Portland to play in the summer league, all that. Like, bro,
no.
As soon as people see that, they're like, nah, man, nah. And then they try to find some way to knock you down.
100%.
Anyway.
Like, I had guys like text me because this past like high school season, like I did good. I didn't do as well as I wanted to. For my senior year, especially, I was trying to go out with a bang.
Yeah.
And I was just
Maybe
like kind of like slumping. Yeah, I don't know, just
help out.
Whatever it was, like I was hearing like, oh, like he's garbage, like just like trash, and like not everybody was saying that, you know, but like just people who are just like on my case. And I'm like, dog, like you're in my grill, but I bet your bottom dollar in 5 years I'm gonna be where you wish you would be, you know?
Exactly.
Like I'm gonna work for it, and I'm gonna grind every day and just like compete every day and like. Just try to be the best player in both dugouts.
Bro, think about the age you're at and like what you've had to already like deal with, you know?
Yeah.
All the eyes and all the people talking about you. Like you're already like real tough compared to people your age. So,
I try, man. So, it's like, and it's a grind sometimes, but like I was saying, it's just mental toughness and grit and just being tenacious, dude. Like getting after it.
Yeah, I like to what you said right now earlier, just a couple minutes ago when you said like when you got to get a real job.
Yeah.
And people need to, like, man, athletes need to realize, bro, like, enjoy sports as long as you can.
100%.
Dude, like, work your ass off, dude, because a real job is not fun. I can tell you that 9 to 5 is not, you know, maybe playing sports in college or even, like, pros isn't that fun either.
Yeah.
But, bro, it's a lot better than
It's a hell of a lot fun than working a desk job,
bro,
man.
Fuck that,
How about
dude?
this?
I
hear you 100%. Like, I've heard from my buddies that are out of college now, and they're just kind of, like, trying to find a real job in like finance or like just doing whatever. Like,
and it's like you don't even like you feel like you haven't even worked on any of those skills.
Yeah, it's
you're like I'm a baseball player.
Exactly. It's like I'm an athlete. Like I literally only cared about school to be on the field. And it's like obviously I take away like all this stuff I learned from school. I love reading books. I love learning. But my main focus right now is getting to the bigs and like being in the show. Like that's my goal. And like that's what I want to do. And hopefully, God willing, it works out. I'm going to work my ass off to make sure it does. But if I got to get that 9 to 5 job, like, I have to be able to, like, take some of those skills that I learned and put them into, like, an interview process to get that job and then work up, like, that corporate hierarchy that, like, we all hear about and just, like, dread. Because it's there.
You're not do that, bro.
Yeah.
And if you are, I've even said on my Instagram, if you are going to start, you know, if you got to get your 9 to 5 or whatever, dude, get a side business somehow. Side
100%.
gig. Whatever it is. Training people, whatever it is. Own your own business.
Do what you want to do. Have a hobby. Yeah.
Something, bro, because you got to build that shit too, man. Because if you just work for somebody, you're just paying for somebody else's dream, bro. That's it. Like, that's all you're doing.
You're paying somebody else's water bill.
Yeah, exactly. And you're you're living check to check. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, you're getting paid minimum wage.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, like I've eaten at McDonald's like every day this week, and this guy's probably living in some $5 million house.
Yeah.
On some street I never even heard of. Yeah. And it's like this guy. I work for this guy. And I don't even see like a percentage of the paycheck he's seeing.
Yeah, you're probably seeing $400, $500 a week.
Exactly, minuscule. It's like
$100 a day.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, enjoy sports. Like I'm trying to enjoy it as much as I can. I'm still in the game. Hopefully, I can be in the game a lot longer than the average person.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the end of the day, we'll see. And I'm gonna compete my ass off, like I said, and the chips will fall where they may. But
yeah, man. What have you been doing to keep your mindset straight, bro? With quarantine, like what have you?
It's been tough for sure. I mean, like summertime when I was playing up in Oregon, it's tough to have a routine. We would play like every day, and our whole day was pretty much at the field. And like we would get home and like go to bed for each game at like 1 a.m. You know,
Jesus.
midnight.
So you just wake up and it's like.
So I wake up and it's like, dude, like it's 10 a.m. Like I gotta be at the field in a few hours. Like I gotta get my mind right for that few hours that I have.
Yeah.
So like this summer I was just kind of like taking a lot of cold showers. For me that just helps wake me up. And then I was reading some books like by David Goggins, like Jocko Willink, all those like motivational, like kind of like gritty books. I like those just because it like fires me up, something to read.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, working out obviously, huge for me. It's like more than like just like trying to get jagged. It's just like it's like a therapist.
That's how I feel about it too, man. I like have to go every day.
You got
even if it's like I go in, I get like 10 minutes of cardio.
Just gotta get sweaty. Gotta get the blood flowing. 100%.
And then I go. I enjoy the sauna. The sauna's like my favorite thing.
So fire. The sauna at EOS.
Yeah,
I mean that shit all the time.
And it gets hot sometimes.
It gets hot.
It's like 200 degrees.
Yeah.
Like, I'm cooking. I'm really like on fire right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bro. Sauna's my favorite. I need to get more in the cold shower ice bath type
nice.
shit, bro. Because I know I have some boys they're all into the ice baths now.
I'll tell you what, dude. Like you think you're tough until you hop in that ice water. I get scared real quick.
That takes me back to the whirlpool days in high school, bro.
Oh
That's like.
I believe it.
Yeah,
you guys are taking like cold baths and stuff after practices. And
stuff?
It was ice. My PD guys do that.
Yeah, it was ice bath basically.
Ice
Same
baths,
shit.
yeah,
You throw ice in there, and it's just a whirlpool. Is just because it like
Dude,
spins the water around.
Oh man, yeah. That's just like, it's brutal, but it helps me just kind of like recover, obviously. But it's just a challenge that like when I do, like when I first wake up, it's like all right, like another obstacle that I have to overcome, and like it kind of gets me like in a rhythm of like success. So like one thing I never do anymore, I never hit the snooze button. So like I'll get up, whatever. Even if my alarm is set for 9 a.m. It doesn't have to be for like 4:30 in the morning. My alarm's set for 9 a.m.
It doesn't have to be fucking Jocko.
Yeah, I don't have to be Jocko 2:30 in the morning
7
doing
miles.
pull-ups.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
like I set my alarm the other day for like 9 in the morning, and I was like, all right, 9 in the morning, and I got up at 9 in the morning. Like, but if I hit that snooze button and then I wake up an hour later, I'm like, man, like. Should have been up an hour ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Like maybe my competition has already had an hour of work to do. You know,
I don't. You already feel like you started with a bad.
Yeah, you just wake
day.
up feeling like garbage.
Yes.
And it's just like, I like feeling good, so I just like try to eliminate all the bad stuff that is keeping me back. Obviously, there's always gonna be more stuff I gotta like add and take away, but right now I feel like I'm in a good spot where don't hit the snooze button, read, take cold showers, work out. And obviously all the baseball stuff, that training and everything like that.
Yeah.
All baseball specific stuff. That is like in the afternoon a lot of the times, unless I'm hitting it in the morning.
Bro.
It's a grind of a day, but it gets me feeling good, you know?
It is a grind of a day, but like,
That's what
it seems so much until you're just doing it, and then as you do it, you make it a routine. Then it's not. It is a lot, but it's still like
you make it a routine. It's like this is just what I do.
Yeah, bro.
This is what I do. Like this is like my average day.
Yeah, when you listen to David Goggins and
100%.
Jocko, you're like, I could do like half of what they do.
100%.
Okay, you know.
How about this? I was listening to Goggins because I was in San Diego a couple days ago, just kind of hanging out. And I was driving back. I downloaded David Goggins' podcast when he was on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So I was listening to that.
That's a good podcast to listen to.
Dude, oh my God, I love Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Just crazy. But he was just, David Goggins was talking about how he would run like, he ran around a track for 24 hours and he had to like, I don't know how many miles he had to run, but I think he had to run like close to like 100 miles in 24 hours.
Christ,
and it was it was a 1 mile track. So he ran for like, I don't know how many miles at a time, but he did 100 miles on this 24-hour track. I think my facts are right, but I know it was something crazy, like something crazy like any normal person would be like, "Are you kidding me? Like that's like some movie stuff."
Yeah, dude. Well, I heard there was an actual guy who broke a world record that was on Joe Rogan's podcast, a runner.
Okay.
And he ran like 100 miles.
Yeah.
And he ran it at like an average mile of like 7 minutes a mile.
Dude, that's flying.
And you're like,
100 miles?
Dude, for real.
I could barely do that for 1 mile.
Yeah, and you hear it and you're like, this doesn't make sense. Like, it seems, like this
that's just what they do.
And you just listen to this guy talking, you're like, bro, there's no, like, I can't even comprehend how he does that. Like, it's like, I forgot who the guy was, but you could definitely search it. It was some sort of runner.
It's
obviously
insane.
A long distance runner, but.
I just, like.
Man.
I don't know. Goggins always talks about like how we use like 40% of our full capacity and like how we always quit at 40%. And like I've just tried like just when I'm working out or like when my mind's starting to get weak like in baseball, I'm like, dude, get tough right now. Like let's get gritty.
Yeah.
You know, like let's just get down to
let's
it.
get gritty,
Dude,
bro.
let's get
gritty. That's gonna have to be like your brand.
No, seriously, let's get gritty.
No.
I mean, that word grit has been embodied in everything I've been doing since I got back from summer. Like those summer ball guys, it's all the Santa Clara guys. My buddy Matt Jew, Connor Enriquez, and Eamon Lance. Those guys, and shout out Tony Boedo.
Tony Boedo?
Tony Boedo, he was out there playing with me.
Shit.
Yeah, he was one of the other catchers.
Damn, bro.
So he was out there, but he was at Santa Clara. I think he's going to University of Portland for his 5th year. But I love him, man. He's cool.
Yeah, Tony Boedo's cool. I'm supposed to have him on my podcast. I got to have him on soon. We talked about it.
Get him on. Get him on. He's an awesome guy to talk to. But, yeah, all those guys, man, they got like the best sayings. They kind of just get you fired up.
That's so sick.
They were always the guys, like my buddy Matt would always be like, dude, like somebody's got to get first overall money. Yeah. Might as well be you, Haas.
Exactly.
And I'd be looking at myself and be like, dude, you're darn right. Like somebody's got to get that first overall pick.
That's what's crazy, man. Like somebody's got to be great, right? Somebody's got to be better than everybody. So like,
there's got to be one guy at the top.
Might as well be.
Might as well be me, dog. You know?
Bro, yeah, that's.
I mean, shoot, I came to play anyway. Might as well win.
Yeah, facts, man.
I didn't come to be average. You know?
How many games do you guys play out in Portland?
We were playing. I think we played.
How was life in Portland?
Dude, it was
like actual day-to-day life.
It was insane. It was definitely a lot different from like California. Not my preferred choice of living out there, just because like I don't know. As much of a nature guy I am, like I'm a big like I can be like a granola head. Like I like hikes and stuff like that, and like I would totally go out biking. But the people there, they're cool. My type of people are SoCal people though, and kind of hanging out.
Too much for you?
Yeah, they're just like.
We're not hating on them, just saying.
Yeah, no hate to Portland at all. Just like I probably wouldn't buy a house there, you know.
I probably wouldn't buy a house there.
I loved, although I'll tell you what, I had a great host family. Shout out Patty Johnson, my host mom. She was awesome. Shout out Olivia, Julia, Emily, Tal, everybody. That's like my whole host family.
Okay.
They let me stay at their house with my buddy Leo, who was my roommate, and they lived in a great neighborhood, had a great house, great family. Like, it was awesome. Could not have had a better household to live in for my first summer ball. But, like, the field we were playing at was, like, in a dodgy part of town. So, like, there was a kid who was pitching on the other team when we were playing him one night. And the starting pitcher on the other team got his car stolen, like, during the game.
What?
Yeah, got his car stolen. And there's just, like, around our field, it was called Walker Stadium. So, around Walker Stadium, it's, like, right in the middle of Portland. So... Portland already, like, with the crime and stuff, like, crime rates are up over there.
Uh-huh.
And, like, there's a lot of homeless people. So it's just, like, a lot of people on drugs, a lot of petty theft, a lot of that stuff. So it's, like, just, like, Portland, maybe not the area where I would live. I would live in, like, I was at, where were we? Corvallis, awesome. Eugene, awesome.
Just more like suburb. Is it like
Portland, like, just not the city. I just wouldn't live in, I'm not, like, I wouldn't say I'm a city guy. I'm like more, just kind of like suburbs, like hanging out, like in like a more low key part of town, just kind of doing my own thing.
So did you do any tourist shit while you were there at all?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, we one of the first nights I was there, my buddy had a bunch of guns and who lived there, so we went out like shot some AKs, like some handguns and stuff in the middle of the woods. And it was
America.
Like, just like some America stuff, Just kind of got after with the rifles a bit.
Yeah, man.
And I'm the worst shot in the world, so
I
was just out there.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Like, I'll be aiming for a tree like 5 feet away, and my buddies are all like 5 to 10 yards behind me, just like, dude, like you better spray and pray right now.
Yeah, bro. Don't get anywhere near me.
Call of Duty's a lot easier than the real stuff. So it's like I was trying to quick scope and stuff, and my buddy had a sniper.
Oh,
so
shit.
He had this they didn't have like one of those like zoom in scopes, but it was like a ballistic.
Yeah.
So we were like trying to shoot that, and like it was insane. Like I've only been shooting a couple times. One with Brian Talley. I was shooting with him, and that was like my only time. So it's like me shooting in Portland. I'm just like, dog. Like I just feel like a badass.
Some
right
of
now.
the recoil too on some.
Recoil is insane. Yeah, I thought I was strong. That gun, that gun was shooting me.
Yeah, bro.
Like it was sending me back.
Too? You shoot some shotguns,
yeah.
You're like, what the fuck
it's
is
like,
this?
dog.
Yeah. I don't even know how people walk around with this.
With shotguns though, like I could be aiming over here, I'm hitting anything over here too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I'm like protecting my house, I'm probably getting a shotgun.
Shotgun is the best for house protection.
Yeah,
for sure.
That's what I would think.
It sprays everywhere.
Yeah.
So you aim it in one direction, it's gonna spray and get.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Me not literally. I know zero about, rifles, guns, like firearms. I am like, I know nothing but like, hey, like just tell me what to do. I'll keep it on safety. Just tell me when to fire. But if I'm getting a gun to protect my family or whatever, I'm probably just gonna get a shotgun. Like, definitely. I don't have to be that accurate. I can wake up out of a dead sleep and just shoot something. So
you literally don't even have to aim. Like,
you toss that thing in the general direction. You're shooting some living thing, dude.
Oh my god, yeah, shotguns are sick, man.
Yeah,
shotguns are sick. Even my grandpa, he lives in Arizona, and he had bought me a sawed-off shotgun.
Okay.
And didn't know that shit was illegal in California.
It's pretty pimp.
So. Dude, but it's
That's
beautiful.
pretty sick.
Yeah, it is beautiful, man. And
was recoil is crazy on that thing?
I haven't even tried it yet, dude. He
really?
Still has it.
Really? I ain't even touched that thing.
I don't know how that works. Yeah,
I wouldn't either, honestly.
Man. Guns are fun, man. But did you have any sketchy situations over there?
Shoot, not really.
No,
I mean, it was pretty low key for me. I was pretty docile out there.
Yeah, you're a smart dude. You're not.
Yeah, I mean, I was coming in there and like I was playing with like kids that were like 22, 21, and I'm coming in there. I'm 18. Fresh off the legal block. So I'm just kind of like cruising, playing baseball every day and working out. Some of my buddies were going out to bars and
How
stuff.
did you feel? Being 18 out there,
it was fun.
Immediately, like
it was
from
fun.
home, you're like.
So it's kind of crazy because all my buddies were kind of down here for the summer, and right after I graduated, we had our graduation in Palm Desert. 2 days later, I'm on a plane going to Oregon for 8 weeks.
Yeah, so
8
you're
weeks,
like
7
no
weeks.
Time.
So I'm just like, all right, like love you guys, and like I try to go to like a few like kickbacks and functions before I left, and I went to a few, but I mean my friends were hitting me up like, hey, like you want to hang out? I was like, dog, like I'm in Eugene. Like, I'm playing baseball. I'm getting gritty. I'm getting gritty. I'm getting gritty out here, dude. I'm trying to get a roster spot.
You reminded me of Zach Boedo, bro, over there fucking doing Missouri news. He's like, I don't give a fuck.
Dog, no, seriously. I'm just like, I was just trying to get mine,
Yeah.
And it's like, it was tough because obviously I missed my buddies. But, I mean, there's a lot of people from high school that I haven't talked to once since I graduated.
Bro, you're already realizing.
That's how it goes,
Yeah,
and like, I love them to death, but just going two different paths, like two different directions.
You gotta let some of those people go, especially if you're on this direction. You gotta let those people like hold you down,
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, I'm grinding. I'm gritty.
I think the circle I got around me right now is pretty good, and it's like stuff may happen in the future, where it's like, hey, like maybe this guy like isn't good for me, or maybe this guy I want in my circle. But right now, like my buddies that I still do talk to for in Palm Desert and like just the other schools in the valley. Like they're all cool as hell, and I would ride or die for them, and my buddies are awesome, and like I love them. Yeah. They were super cool. I've obviously been down here for a couple weeks now, so I've been hanging out with them, and it's been cool to catch up with them. And they were asking me about Oregon and stuff.
Dude,
so just kind of sharing those experiences with them and like letting them know like what life up there is like. It's like cool.
And you didn't spend like like a week out there. You were out there living. Dog, so that's cool.
I was out there, man. Yeah.
That's a way different lifestyle. Yeah.
It is, and like. I don't know. I kind of got thrown into that like adult life because I'll tell you what happened. So, I flew out there, forgot what day, but I flew out there. Let's call it a Thursday, right? And my plane lands in Portland at let's say 2:00. They were playing a game up in Ridgefield, Washington, against the Ridgefield Raptors, which is about a 50 minute drive from Portland, Oregon. It's right past Oregon. It's right at
like the border.
Yeah, it's the border of Washington.
Okay.
So I'm out there, right, and I don't have a car. My host family's like, hey, like the coach wants you to play tonight. We got your jerseys. Like I literally just set my stuff down in their house. You gotta like drive up there and go play. And I'm like, with what car? And they're like, here, just take our car. Damn. So I'm just like coming off the block. I'm like, and it was a Beamer.
You're like, are you serious?
I was like you don't even know me. Yeah, what if I'm just some goon?
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously, I'm a class act, but I could have yopped the car and went right to freaking San Jose, California, set up shop, went right back to the desert. I don't know, like I could have done anything I wanted to with that car.
Take the car.
So here's the Beamer, go play. But I got there, I got to the game right in time, played, and then I ended up having to drive back, and like I got back to my host family's house at like 1 a.m. And I'm like, man,
first
like,
day you're there.
first
bro.
day I'm there, and then I got to play the next day, and then the next day, and then the next day. And it's like, man, this is summer ball.
Yeah.
Like, this is fun. Like, this is that big league, major league, like minor league lifestyle that everybody talks about, and I experienced it for like 7 weeks, and I'm like, man, this is so cool. I can't even imagine what some of the minor leaguers like Travis Mignot, like all these guys who were at Palm Desert High School now playing in the professionally, what they're going through. I mean, they do it. Like, they're living it.
Yeah.
And I got a little taste of it, and I loved it.
Exactly.
It was awesome.
They've been doing it for years now, some of those guys. And it's
guys that look up to 100%.
Yeah, bro.
Travis Mignot, awesome.
Dude, there's so many good athletes from the Valley that are coming in baseball. Like, dude, Clay Fisher.
Yeah, Clay.
You got Taylor Ward.
100%.
Bro, Tyson Miller.
Yeah, Tyson Miller, yeah.
Dude,
it's crazy that people think of the Valley, it's like, oh, like, it's just where a bunch of old people live. Yeah. I'm just like, dog, like, we got some athletes out here.
I think that's starting to change, like, the Valley's starting to become, like, really young. Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of, like, and the vibes are starting to change. I think it's starting to get a little bit away from that Palm Springs retirement feel.
Which I'm glad, because there's talent out here.
Oh, I know.
And coaches got to see that. I mean, I'm not the only grit man out here.
And it's not, and what it is they got to realize that we grew up in just fucking hell. Like, you grow up in 100-degree weather and you're playing baseball and it's 100 degrees every day. So it's like people that are complaining at 80, you're like just chilling, bro. You're like chilling.
That is such a good point. We grew up in the literal oven.
Yes.
And now, like, like, it gets hot here. I'm like, how hot? They're like 95. I'm like, dog, give me a jersey.
Yeah.
Give me a jersey.
Give me a long sleeve. I'm cold,
give
bro.
Give me a jersey. Give me a log and throw me in that lineup card. I'll show you what hot is. You want to see this stick roll?
Oh, my God.
I'll show you what hot is, Haas. I don't know. I think it's
exactly.
It just comes down to it. Like, we just been in that hot condition. We can go play in Arizona. We can go play in, I don't even know another place that's as hot as here, but we
Las
play
Vegas
anywhere.
Is pretty hot.
Vegas,
actually.
Vegas is pretty hot.
Vegas is pretty hot, man.
Go play in Scottsdale. Go play at ASU, U of A. Like, we got it. Yeah. Especially football guys like me, being a catcher. I kind of know what it feels like to have gear on. But like all those football guys having pads, like, I mean, they're dealing with it, and they're getting down to it. They're tackling fools.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you gotta wear that gear all game. That's shitty, bro.
You lose weight.
Yeah,
I lost a lot of weight up in Oregon. I wasn't happy about it. I went in there like 185. I think I came out like 170.
Because you played every day?
Playing a lot and like just losing weight. And I wasn't eating as much because like out there I got to make my own food. And it's like I got lazy in the morning. I'm like, I'll just have a protein bar.
Yeah, and you're like, you're like, so busy. You're like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's like, dog, I'll just eat a big dinner.
Yeah.
And then I ended up eating like one thing which sucked is that our games wouldn't get done obviously until like 11:45 midnight sometimes. And, like, the only thing that would be open was Applebee's. So we would just hit up Applebee's and get those half-price appetizers.
Yeah.
So we would run into Applebee's. It'd be, like, freaking 12 o'clock. Whole squad rolls in Applebee's. Every worker's, like, pissed. Because
I
got to work. They're like, dog. And all the older guys are like, yo, where are the drinks at? What's last call? What's last call? Yeah. And I'm just like, dog, I just need some boneless wings, man.
I'm just trying to eat.
I'm just trying to get some boneless sucking wings. But, I gotta tell you, bro, it was one of the coolest experiences that I've had.
Yeah.
Playing up in Oregon. Like, I shit you not. Like, I'm not just BSing. It was super cool. Yeah. And I had a good time, yeah.
Dude, well, just, especially your age, bro. Like, people gotta realize, man, like, you're young, you gotta go for it. Yeah. Take the chances, take the risk.
Take that shot.
Go for it, bro. What are you gonna lose?
What are you losing? I mean, like, nobody else is doing it. Yeah. Everybody's doing the same thing. I'll tell you what everybody's doing. They're either going to COD this year, which is awesome. Cool. Which is awesome. Dude, my buddies, a lot of my buddies are going to COD. I'm like, dude, go. Heck yeah. But at a certain time, like, you got to be able to, like, experience, like, what it's like outside of, like, your hometown. Like, if you grew up here, like, not saying you have to live somewhere else, but take some time, like, take a few weeks and, like, go, like, stay in, like, another part of town, stay in another state, like, it's just, and meet new people.
Man, you have to go, bro. If
it just makes you better.
Want to be in one place your whole life, you are missing out on so much life, 100%. Bro. So much.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like,
I don't even care if you're living in Vegas. Like, you gotta live, like, go to Washington. Like, when I only know the Northwest because that's where I played summer ball. But, I mean, it's like, I've been to, like, Florida to play. I've been to, like, Texas. I've been to Arizona. And I've been to, like, these places that, like, a lot of people, like, don't go to as much for sports. And I'm like, dude, if there's a tournament out there and you can afford it, I would go. Just have the experience.
Yeah, and
and
a lot of people will spend a couple $100 on a night of drinks
Yeah.
But you could buy an airplane ticket
Oh
for
my
like
God,
$100, you know,
Nothing,
and you
yeah.
could like, or you could, you know, take a trip and just spend the money to, you know, get to like a
100%.
destination
And
instead of.
that's the thing. Like, I'm all for like, a lot of people tell you I'm all for having a good time. Like, I love having a good time. I love going out, but at the end of the day, like, priorities, man. And I think I talked about this last time when we were talking with Grant too. Priorities are huge. Like, my priorities have never changed. Like, obviously I was telling you, like, I want to get to the show. I'm not going to get to the show by drinking a 12-pack every night.
It's not going to happen.
Just sitting on some couch watching Netflix and The Bachelor. Like, it's just not going to happen as much as I want to.
Bro, and you know what's crazy? I don't even know. That's so crazy. Knocking down the mic. But I don't even know. I've never even heard you have a girlfriend or anything, bro. Like,
dude,
you don't
I'm
give
pretty,
a shit
I'm pretty
about
low
the ladies,
key.
huh?
I'm pretty low key. Like,
I'm pretty low key.
I don't know. I've had some girlfriends here and there, you know, but I don't know. I try to have a good relationship. It's tough to find a lasting relationship because like it's usually I just feel bad because I can't like put forth my best effort.
You're like, I'm focused on.
I'm focused on baseball.
Yeah,
and it's like look, I'm like, because I was dating this girl, and she's at Point Loma right now, and she's a year older than me, so she went to college when I was in high school, and I'm just like, dude, like you're gonna be in college, I'm gonna be focusing on my last year of high school. What are we doing long distance for? Like you're gonna be a freshman in college in San Diego.
Yeah, like this isn't gonna
look. As much as I like you, go live it, man. Like you go do your thing. And so maybe like there could be an argument like, oh well, if you loved her, like it would have worked out. And I'm just like, dude,
I don't think so, bro.
Do it.
I think you gotta just let people live their life.
Yeah, it's
bro.
like I'm not gonna hold you back and be like, hey, can I go to this party? I don't want to have you text me. Just go to that party.
Yeah.
Do it. Like have fun. I know if I was in your position, I'd be wanting to go out without having to text somebody.
Exactly.
I'm my own person.
Exactly.
So relationships are tough.
How did you have that maturity at your age, bro?
Dude,
like how'd you like just like I know?
I gotta tell you, I don't know. I don't know.
A lot of people don't understand that, you know. It's like,
and this girl, oh my god, smoke show, dude. She's hot.
Shout out to you know
Troy,
who you are.
I swear, I'm not gonna say her name.
Yeah, you know who you are.
I'll send her this podcast though.
Yeah.
Smoke show. Awesome. Okay. Great family. Just awesome. Great. It was a great deal. Awesome girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just one of those things where I was like, this is dumb. Like, long distance for what? Like, what are we gonna get married? Probably not.
You're like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm
Dude,
17, you're 18. What are we doing here?
Bro, yeah.
What game are we playing?
Crazy, dude. You are on
that was pretty mature, huh?
A different mindset. Yeah.
Come on, like
a teenage kid. You know.
I was,
Especially if she's a smoke show, bro.
Smoke.
You're like
hottest girl.
How are you not thinking with the other head? You know what I'm saying?
100%.
You're like,
dude, it was tough.
Yeah,
it was tough. But I got some advice from like my buddies and my parents were like, dude, like, what are you doing? My dad's huge. My dad was like, I don't know. He was like, he helps me out with all the ladies and stuff.
I think I've seen you post about him a few times.
Yeah,
about how
coolest guy ever.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to have a great relationship with my parents, and I haven't had any beef with them at all. Super supportive. They came and visited me when I was in Oregon. Just awesome people. They've helped me through a lot, so I get their advice on everything. And my dad's like more of like a man's man, and my mom's kind of like helps me with like the softer side. So it's like a good combination of the two.
Gotcha,
so she was like, let her live, and my dad was like, yeah, let her go. And I was
like
all
perfect,
right,
yeah.
Sounds good to me. Like,
you guys both gave it.
You know what? Yeah,
same
I'm
answer.
thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, but I don't know. Maybe when the right one comes along, it'll present itself. You know?
It'll happen, bro. Yeah, it'll happen
naturally.
whenever it happens. Yeah, when you force some shit like that, it's just especially where you want to go, bro. Like you're so driven, especially and I don't know. She seems like she's driven. Obviously, went to Point Loma and
exactly.
all that.
She's cool.
So she's got her plan. Like
she's got her vision.
You got to let you guys do that plan. You know?
Yeah, and it's like I told her, I was like, look, if it comes back and like we like each other when I'm near you or whatever, if like we end up coming back, then that's cool. But until then, like, do your own thing. Live your life, and I'll live mine, and then maybe we circle back. Like, you never know how life works, man. It takes you in crazy spots, as I'm sure you know. Like,
yeah, bro.
I'm just finding it out right now. Like, graduating high school and like trying to like be a man, whatever that means. Like, just trying to do it and figure something out.
It is crazy. You just gotta keep moving through all the obstacles. There's not really and there's no way of handling it. You just gotta handle it on your own.
It's all like just figuring out as you go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm figuring out. Like, there could be a blueprint. I've had a blueprint since like I was 12. this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I'm like super like I got to write stuff down. Like I'm really goal oriented, and I'll say that because like I know it's true. Like if I write something down, like there's a good chance like I'm gonna do it if it's reasonable. Where like right now I'm figuring out like sometimes life will just take you in different directions, and you're like, all right, that's still my goal. I'm gonna get there from here. Like there's not gonna be some golden path you take. I mean, people get to the big leagues however way they get there.
You hear and then you hear people's journeys, right? And then you're like, oh like, shit, it isn't a golden path. You know, it is like, oh, this guy had to go here and then here and then like, you know, like guys like even in football, like Kurt Warner literally went and played on a European Canadian football
they play overseas
and then like, goes and wins an NFL championship.
Exactly.
You know?
It's like nobody ever few people always think about like, oh, I'm gonna go play in Japan. It's like nobody has that as a goal.
Yeah.
Very few people. Like it's always like I'm gonna play the highest level, or that's just sports, but I'm gonna play the highest level of athletics in the United States.
Yeah.
If life takes you to Japan or Germany,
bro,
or
why
wherever,
wouldn't you go there?
Why not, dude?
Like, you could go to Japan and
why not?
Man, that's the beautiful thing about it. Like the sport you play, and like soccer, for example. Yeah. They're international. You know, like the opportunities to play professionally are everywhere. Yeah.
Endless.
Dude, if you have any skill, bro, you could figure it out. You can figure it out. You know? Even basketball too. Basketball.
Yeah. It's like just whether you're willing to take that opportunity.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it? Do you not? Like you can just like always stay here and, you know, get a job and do that thing, and you know what, sports, cool. That was fun.
Exactly. It's not for everybody, man.
It's not for everybody.
You gotta be driven as fuck. Like, you gotta be gritty, like you said.
You do. You gotta be gritty.
Yeah.
You gotta get down to the grit, you know? Have that grit rolling off your tongue.
Yeah, man, definitely.
I don't know.
What is your how many goals do you keep? Like do you keep like a 1 year plan, a 5 year plan, a 10-year plan?
I keep a 5-year plan.
Okay.
So I keep a 5-year plan, and but it's like a 5-year plan that's written down. It's typed out in my computer. I really should write it down. That's probably better. But my plan that I look at daily is like a 30-day plan. So I just think about like, hey, what am I going to do this month to help me get to that 5-year plan?
Since you keep those goals, do you like have like almost like a journal type
yeah,
thing?
That's exactly what I have.
Okay, all right.
I have 2 journals. So one's about like my not even getting girly or anything, but one's about like my thoughts and like just what I'm thinking about. It could be like through the girl situation. It could be like through like a game. Like, hey, like how did I feel? Like, was I like feeling like I was gonna compete, or was I feeling lethargic? Like, it could be anything. Like, am I ready for this test?
It's literally like your
my
main
mental
life shit. Yeah.
It's my mental, like straight up mental. And then my other journal is like keeps track of all my workouts, all my games, all my my numbers, my stats and stuff like that. Just keeps track of like, shoot, what else I got in there?
Did you get fucking hypnoptized as a kid or something?
Dude, I don't know.
What is your deal?
I don't know. I just
what the fucking...
I listened to a bunch of motivational videos when I was a kid.
You are on the
path,
dude. You're like...
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I want it, you know?
Yeah. I think we should wrap it up. Bro. I think we should wrap it up on something like this right here. Like, fucking people gotta know, dude. That is what it takes to fucking get there, bro. Is just be gritty. Have your plans written out.
Dude,
like,
have that plan.
And that plan is your plan every day. It never changes. There's no days off.
Yeah, and I think one more thing. It's like it comes from a point where like I want it. Like it's not something where like somebody's got like, oh, write down in your journal. It's like nobody told me to get a journal. It was like suggested to me. But I just thought in my head, I was like, dude, like if the best guys are doing it, then maybe I should do this because maybe it works. And it has. And it's just like, I think it all circles back to like finding out what works for you and what doesn't.
How long have you been doing that?
About a year since quarantine. So
really?
Yeah, a little longer.
I've like literally gotten a few notebooks and have not done that because I've wanted to do the same thing. You know?
I'm telling you, bro, like it helps. And like for me, I just started with workouts. Like, and I would write down. I look like a psychopath sometimes in the gym. But like, if anybody sees me, I have like a piece of paper and like a pen, and I write down my workout. And then like I'll have like a little notebook, and I'll like be reading it, and I'll write down my weights and like my sets and stuff, and like how I feel at the end. And like I'll just have it like everybody's always on their phone.
Yeah.
But, like I keep a pen and a piece of paper, and I write that shit down, and everybody looks at me like I'm like insane.
Yeah, they're
but
like,
I'm just like, yeah, like I am crazy. Like I'm crazy.
I am crazy.
And I want you to think I'm crazy.
That's hilarious, bro.
I want you to think I'm crazy.
Yeah, man. Everybody Yeah, that's what's crazy too. Everything is
Excites
turned into the phone, bro. People think like you're right on a notepad. You're from like the 1950s or some shit.
Yeah, and I'm no different. Like I'll be swiping through like Instagram sometimes when I'm feeling lazy, but I try to limit those days. You know?
Yeah.
Where it's like if that's like an average person's workout, like every day, I try to do that like maybe once a week, where I'm just like, screw like what did Ashley post on Instagram? You know, like shoot, what am I tagged in? Like, what videos on my TikTok?
What I'm taking the day off. This is my,
it's like, what's on my Twitter? What's on my Twitter that I can roast?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, those are the things that you gotta. The social media is like.
Yeah.
That thing is
100%.
Like,
but yeah, I don't know.
You gotta be smart with it, and I'm sure, obviously, like how you are, bro. That shit probably doesn't even phase you. Like
social
it's like,
media, man. Yeah, it's my summer ball coach always told me, he was like, social media is not your friend, which I agree with, but at the same time. He's an older guy, so he doesn't understand the benefits.
It can definitely be your friend.
It can be your friend.
Beneficial.
And it can be your worst enemy.
Yes.
But it just depends on, like, what route you want to take. Like, for me, I just try to, like, not post anything that's going to get me in trouble. And just put positive stuff out there. And, like, if any negative stuff gets out there about me, then it's going to bite me in the butt.
Yeah, and then, like, with your following, you can... or like anybody's following that has anything like that, like you can keep yourself from being a consumer, bro. Like you can be a, you know, like you post motivational stuff, like be, you know, produce like content, that. You know, don't be swiping and scrolling all day long. You know?
I like motivating people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel really good right now where I'm at, and I feel like I have a good vision. I have good people behind me, and I feel great, like mentally.
Yeah.
And a lot of my friends and like people I know don't feel that way, and I'm just like, dude. Here's what has helped me. Maybe it'll help you. If you want to learn from it and try and do it, great. By all means, get after it. Be grit.
Yeah,
but if not, shoot, dude. Good luck. You know. Yeah. Good luck. I ain't stopping you.
That's all you can do, bro. Yeah, you can just you're gonna have people do whatever they're gonna do, no matter what, and all you can do is just do your best and try to like help out people. And if they don't want to change or whatever, then it is what it is. You just keep it moving.
Exactly. I realized like you can't help somebody who doesn't want to be helped.
Yeah, and they want to, and they'll know when they want to be helped, right? Know. You know, like
if they want to be helped, dog. You come to me. If you're my boy, I'll help you out.
Shit, bro. And even those people that really want to be helped, at that point, they usually don't even need your help. They usually have figured out in their head, I'm gonna fucking make these changes. You know,
you know what's right and wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, hey, like, should I be like, you got a game tomorrow? Should I be getting after it with the boys tonight? You know, at this party? Probably not. Dog. Like, or should I just be like focusing, getting some rest? Like. You know what to do. Everybody knows what to do. Like, we're not dumb.
Yes.
Nobody's that dumb.
Dude.
You know?
Exactly.
I just, like, try and choose the good thing to do because it's helped me out. And hopefully it'll keep helping me out. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Time will tell.
Like you said, even, like, you don't hit the snooze button.
Yeah.
Like, there's just, you don't start with any failures, you know? Like, you always, like, and that's what it is, bro. You can't have those like, you just, like, don't do it. Like, oh, I'm going to take a day off. If you never take that day off, bro, you never fail. Like, it never happens. Like, you're like, it's just not a choice. It's not an option.
It's just, I think, and like one more thing before we wrap it up. It's like, it's just all about like self-confidence because like a lot of my friends who make the stupid decisions, they just aren't confident or they're having like self-esteem issues where they feel like, hey, like I gotta like hang out with my friends tonight or else like I'm not gonna have any. It's like, dude, if you're doing that, you're hanging out with the wrong friends, bro. Because like for me, like just building that self-confidence and self-esteem and like my parents, like what they would always tell me. My dad is a straight shooter with me. He'll be like, dude, you played like crap today. Or, dude, like, you played great today. Like, he'll gas me up when I play well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hell yeah, I played well. Because I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's like, dude, like, yeah, I played well, but I know I got to keep working harder. He knows I'm going to, like, not, it's not because I play well. Yeah, it's not because I play well I'm going to, like, take the week off. Like, I'm getting right back after it whether I play well or not. Like, I go 0 for 4, 4 for 4. I'm still going to outwork your ass the next day.
Well, it's just
you know?
It's just proof of concept. If you're working your ass off and you're doing well, then it's just a proof of concept. Like, I'm working 100%. My ass off, I'm doing good.
100%. It's just all, I don't know, self-confidence, building habits, and sticking to them. And, like, it's okay. Like, a lot of people think I'm batshit crazy because of what I do.
Yeah.
And, like, how I, like, act in, like, the gym or, like, how I act, like, on the field. Like, just... I want you to think that.
That's the greats, bro. The greats
want you to think that.
Are looked at as crazy till they're great.
Yeah.
And then they're great and you're like, oh.
Obsessed, like.
Oh, he had a plan the whole time?
Yeah, it's like, oh, what do you mean? Like, this guy's crazy, but he's in, like, the big leagues?
Yeah.
Wow, maybe I gotta be crazy. It's like, yeah, maybe you did have to be crazy.
maybe if you listen to everybody else, you end up like everybody else.
Exactly. Maybe you got to be a little crazy to get what you want, you know?
Yeah, that's just the way I've learned that shit, man. You got to be a little... Like, I don't know if you ever listened to Jordan Peterson. He's been on Joe
love
Rogan.
that guy.
Yeah, he's even
That
said,
guy's
like,
super academic, though.
Yeah, he's very, like, you got to really...
I pause sometimes. I'm like, what does that word even mean?
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, what the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, I like that guy, though.
Yeah, but he even said, like, you got to be a monster, you know? But you got to be able to just, like, not be it all the time. Like, you got to be able to, like, turn it off, turn it on. Yeah. He's like, 'cause you don't want to be just weak. You don't want to be just, like, what is that?
That's the problem with, like, society. Like, I think a lot of people are just, like, they want to, like, fit in. They want to be like everybody else. They want to be weak. They want to be liked.
Yes.
This is the worst thing to do, dude. There's like a bunch of people who like me. There's a bunch of people who dislike me. I guarantee everybody who likes me understands that, like, hey, like, I'll ride or die for you. But my priorities are my priorities. And, like, a party ain't on the top of my priority list.
Not at all. Yeah.
As much as I like having a good time and I'm a super social guy, I just, like, I do it when I can.
Yeah, man. And you're not gonna make everybody like you, bro. It is what it is.
Dude.
Fucking
somebody's gonna hate you for whatever reason.
It is what it do. Trust, bro. I think you've seen probably a few of my Instagram stories. I got plenty of people that dislike me.
Dog,
it is
that's
what
cool.
It is.
That's jiggy.
It makes me like to move more. You know, it makes me want to work harder because I'm like, oh, you guys are really getting bothered.
Yeah,
you know, like I'm really bothering you guys.
I love that out of you.
Bro, yeah,
I love that.
Let's go. Let's end it on this episode 84. Maxwell, I think we're gonna have an episode 3, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
please.
I think we're gonna have these people hanging on the edge of their seat. Peace.
That was sweet.
That was a good one to end on.
That was pretty sick. That was actually a good podcast.